What's your number one rule for owning a pellet grill? What do you always tell folks?
Number one rule of owning a pellet grill, keep it clean. If you want to avoid any trouble, just keep it clean. So we go over to Arkansas. I take a pellet grill. First, not the first cook on it. I was like, oh, well, it's 4th of July. I'm going to do butts overnight, for making nachos and pulled pork sandwiches. And I had a friend there I wanted to cook a butt for, so it was great. Rolled right into, never shut the grill off, rolled right into cooking ribs.
And those ribs were
oh, man. I cooked, and they were just baby back pellet grill ribs. When they got about done, I stacked them up a little bit, slid a pan of beans on there, rolled it for 3 hours. I had this grill working, y'all. It was a couple days later, and I didn't think nothing about it. What should I have done was that next day, clean that grill, because I had it running for 24 hours low, all the drippings, all the juice. My buddy next door neighbor is like, I got to cook all this chicken. You got room you got a grill. I said, let me fire this Traeger up, man. It cooks chicken excellent. I was like, oh man, I got this. It's gonna be fast. Everybody will be eating before you know it. He got them seasoned up or whatever. I went over, cranked that grill up, and I got to smelling something. I was like, holy crap, something smells a little scorchy. I walk out there and look at that grill, and it's a fireball. I mean, smoke billowing. I know not to open it. Not to open it. And so, what do? Go over there and open it. Knowing that I shouldn't have done that. And then when I did, it's fire everywhere. It comes all out at me. And I'm like, holy crap, I done got this thing on fire. So I shut it back immediately. And then the guy, I forget who it was. It was somebody's father-in-law or something standing over there. He said, you got a little fire there, don't you? And I was like, yeah, it ain't nothing to worry about. I said, he said, what are you going to do? I said, watch, I'll unplug that joker. Rolled it out from the house so it don't burn the house down. So this is all you got to do. It's going to burn out.
I love the old guy goes, well, it's good to know the professionals have problems.
Yeah.
Welcome to Malcom Reed's How to Barbecue Right, a podcast where we talk about barbecue, share recipes, and discuss all things delicious. And now, here's your host, Malcolm and Rochelle Reed.
Hey, welcome back to the How to Barbecue Right podcast. I'm your host, Malcolm Reed, joined by my lovely, talented wife, as always, Miss Southern Shell. And we got Tyler over here on the board today. What's happening in the middle of July?
Back from our vacation, our break.
We had 2 weeks. We got a little 2-week break. I still did a podcast. I did a Barbecue Central podcast while I was on vacation.
What'd y'all talk about? Do you remember?
It's been 2 weeks ago, Shell. That was a lot of ice cold solid golds.
Somebody posted a picture in the community, and it was like I met Malcolm at a barbecue contest, which that's a long time ago. And then you could tell it was the red trailer. Yeah. Inside the red trailer, you had no gray in your beard.
That must have been before I came on board.
Have I been gray ever since you worked here, Tyler?
I think so.
I was like, that's been a while ago.
Dang, I looked on that TV right there. That was, I don't even know. That's called experience.
Yeah.
It's like an old billy goat or something. I think I might need to change my look.
Men get up. As men age, they get more handsome.
Well, thank you, Shell.
So, real quick, we got to say something about the Texas flooding.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible. It's
terrible,
prayers go out to all the people affected by it. I mean, there's been so many people lost over it. And we've got Al Fragoni. I saw him on TikTok putting it out there. I didn't realize it was in his backyard where it flooded. And then luckily, I don't think it hurt his house or anything. But man, my God, that has to be scary.
Yeah.
And they're doing some relief efforts out there. I saw that's what we wanted to talk about. He's what was the name of the town where he's at? It was the fire department. I looked at it before I came in here and it just lost my mind. But we need to pull that up and see, because he put a link on there. Like if you want to, they've got an Amazon page. If you want to go on there and help them out with some supplies, they have another page where you can send a monetary donation, or you can just help spread the word. But if you'll go to Al Fragoni on TikTok, it's one of his latest videos. He gave a little update too. So we shared it. I'm pretty sure you shared it, but we'll get it out there on ours and try to help those folks out, man, because that's horrible. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I wasn't even listening.
It's just unbelievable how much water came up out there. I mean, it was multiple feet. Like what I saw, like, what was it, like 12 feet to like 28 feet in a matter of 2 hours in the middle of the night or something like that. I mean, there's no way to prepare for that.
It was amazing to see how far the river came into his backyard.
Yeah. Are you watching it right now?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the name of the town.
Is it Freedom, or it was something like that? The Freedom Fire Department, or I can't remember. I had just watched it before we came in here, but while Shell's looking, if y'all want to help out.
Comfort, volunteer.
Comfort, that's it. Comfort, volunteer fire department. Was that what it was?
Yes.
Do you remember the whole Tyler? Can look that link up and post it on the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We'll put that in the podcast description.
Good deal.
I don't want to talk about it too much. I'll get upset.
Yeah, it's really sad.
It was pretty sad. But thoughts and prayers go out.
And do whatever you can to help. I know we're going to send them some stuff too, so you got to help.
Already have.
Barbecue people helping people, man. That's what it's all about.
The barbecue community is pretty amazing, and
oh yeah, we had one guy that he does a lot of stuff out in Texas, and he's called us several times and asked us to make donations for his cooking for stuff, and he's out there. I should have got his name. I didn't even think to get his name before I came in there. I mean, but that's who's doing a lot of their feet. It's kind of like an OBR type deal, just a pop up, and I'm sure OBR's there doing some stuff too. But it's all hands on deck.
So back to food.
Something less.
I try to keep it light on the podcast. No politics, no.
Yeah, but when you have these disasters, you got to talk about them. So it's when we get a chance to help people.
So it's tomato season.
It is. I mean, I'm tired of tomatoes, honestly.
It's one of those things you look forward to. You look forward to it. You get it.
I never thought I would say, oh man, I'm tired of tomato sandwiches or BLTs, but I bought 25 pounds when we were on vacation, and that was a big giant box of, you don't know how many tomatoes that is. It was a big giant box. And then my parents showed up with, I don't know how many, probably double that. And then it's like, all right, you got to eat all these. They're going to go bad this week.
Yeah.
And what do you expect? I'm just going to eat tomatoes for a week. So we did. I went through them.
You've gotten really creative, though.
Oh, yeah. I made a tomato pie. Besides, you can't beat a BLT.
Yeah.
Y'all, I know you're Tyler, you're a BLT fan.
Love them.
Man, summer tomato, you can't beat it. Texas
fresh,
toast.
Homegrown, or, outside grown tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm a white bread.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even want it on toast?
Oh, really? I want it on toast. You said Texas toast.
Oh, yeah.
A little
regular,
bit thicker cut.
Yeah.
I'm thinking a little bit thinner cut.
I like that. Shell's got this little, it's one of those plug-in Presto electric pancake cooker.
Best $20 you will ever spend. It's just like
a indoor flat top. It's kind of like your indoor flat top that's electric. It's just like that. So, this thing's a breeze to clean and never messes up. And it makes the best toast for BLTs.
You get the butter all like sizzly and then plop the bread down on it.
You can make like 8 slices at a time on it. Put your little melted butter down. Oh, it's good to go.
But you did a caprese salad?
Did a caprese salad one night. We had a steak dinner, had a caprese salad. I did a cucumber salad with tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomatoes, fresh cucumbers, onions, and like a little vinaigrette. That was really good.
You kind of did two. You did one with the vinaigrette, and then you did one with a creamy sauce.
It was kind of like you whipped that up. It's almost like a ranch dressing almost that you mix up. I don't think we put ranch seasoning in it. It
was mayonnaise, sour cream. I think I used
vinegar, a little vinegar.
Splash of vinegar, a little, was it Italian stallion I used?
So.
Yeah, yep. Italian stallion, and
that's all it was. That's it. Yeah. It was tomatoes, cucumbers, and onion, and then those 3 things, and you just dress it. It went crazy. And then, I don't even know, what do you call the other dish I made? It's almost like a tableside guac, but I add, I used all the tomatoes and made a pico, basically. Mm-hmm. Tomatoes, onion, jalapenos, cilantro, seasonings. And then I took 2 or 3 avocados and chunked them up, put them in it. And then I took cooked shrimp and put in that. And then I took Valentina hot sauce. So it's not like really a Mexican shrimp cocktail. It's more of a kicked up guacamole.
Yeah.
But man, it was good.
It was like a cross between a kicked up guacamole and a Mexican shrimp cocktail.
Yeah.
It was like those 2 things had a baby.
And you just eat it with tortilla chips.
Oh, it's good. That was probably one of my favorites.
Like if you got tomatoes that you got to use, that'll make them. Because I think I peeled and cut up 8 tomatoes for that dish. And it made this giant bowl of it. You just need a bunch of people to help you eat it.
Yeah.
Because it don't last very long. Because, you're putting those cooked shrimp in there, and then, I put lime juice, too. So the lime juice starts working almost like a ceviche on that shrimp, but it's a cooked shrimp because you don't want to use a raw one. And then it'll start making, as it sets in that mixture, it'll start making that shrimp a little bit tougher as it goes on. And by day 3, it's like, all right, that's enough of the shrimp.
And the avocado, too.
Yeah, and the avocado starts to turn.
Yeah.
But you still want to use a ripe avocado when you do it. The lime does help that from turning too fast. Really good. That's a really good summertime dish, though.
Oh, it's delicious. It's like some of my favorite things in one dish.
Yeah.
your tomato pie?
I made a tomato pie. I was like, I was just thinking of what to do with these tomatoes.
It was delicious.
Oh yeah, I would. Did I take a bite? I don't even
know if you didn't.
So let me tell you about the tomato pie. I made this, and Shell's always made tomato pies, and that's like she's got one of our friends. It's like a standing thing. She usually has a bet with them on the egg bowl. It's a tomato pie bet. You've been doing that, I mean, for 20 years probably. And you hadn't made one for the family in a long time. We just hadn't had them. But I was like, I want to make a tomato pie, see if I can do it. Except I made a tomato and bacon pie. So I took my tomatoes, I peeled them, I sliced them, I put them out on a baking sheet on paper towel to get some of that moisture off of them so don't make your pie all soggy. And then I cooked up some bacon and kind of chunked it up. And I just started layering, and I chopped up some fresh basil. And so I'm layering this in a deep dish pie crust from raw, not just frozen.
Did you pre-cook?
Nope, just a frozen deep dish pie crust. And then I took my tomatoes, I layered them in there. You have to salt those tomatoes to get that moisture to pull out of them. And it pulls out a ton of moisture.
So how long did you let your tomatoes sit there?
Probably about 2 hours. Probably about 2 hours.
So you laid down paper towels, put your tomatoes on there, salted them.
And then did another layer. Paper towel, more tomatoes, more paper towel, just kept stacking it up. I didn't really know how many it was going to take for this tomato pie, but it said 4 to 5 what I was looking at on most recipes, but I was putting other stuff with it. So I did like 4 to 5. Could have probably made 2 tomato pies, but only made 1. But you layer it in there. You go, a little tomato, a little basil, a little bacon. And you just keep stacking those layers in the pie till you get it to the top.
So did you cut your tomatoes?
Yeah. Like a thin sliced tomato. Not like a BLT thickness, like a little bit thinner slice than that.
But you didn't chop it after
No, I didn't chop them. I left
you were
them
laying
whole.
them.
Yeah, you could get about 6 these were pretty big tomato slices, so by the time you arranged them in there, it was usually go around the edges and put one in the middle and go around the edges and put one in the middle. I think I did 2 layers with the basil and the bacon, and there was some seasoning. I just used like AP. And the mixture that goes on top is like a cheese mixture. So I grated up. I bought some Gruyere and white cheddar. It was like a combo block.
That cheese.
It was really good. It's private selection from Kroger. I was looking for a regular Gruyere, and it's hard to find. I finally found some. Found like a little wedge of it in the cheesemonger section. So I bought a wedge of regular Gruyere, and then I found over in the regular like sliced cheese, bag cheese aisle over in the dairy, they had a block, private selection, Gruyere and white cheddar. So I said, that sounds pretty good. So I grated both of those myself, mixed it up with about a half a cup of Blue Plate, and seasoned it a little bit. And then you stir that up, so it looks almost like a pimento cheese, a kind of white pimento cheese, but there's no peppers or anything in it. You spread that on the top, kind of dome it over your tomatoes a little bit, spread it out the best you can. And then I laid like another slice or two of tomato in the center.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Seasoned it with a little bit of Italian stallion. Pop that down. You cover it for 30 minutes on 350 with full. And then you take the full off, and that's what's going to brown up your crust, keep it from over browning. And then another 30 minutes, it was done. Take it out and let it cool. And at the meantime, while I was doing all that other stuff, that's when I was making that other tomato dish. And so you came, I was like, well, Shell, try, I forget what we had that day. I was doing chicken testing. And so I was like, well, try the tomato pie. So you cut you a nice slice. Told me how great it was.
I've made tomato pies, but they've always been canned tomatoes. I've never used fresh.
Oh, I thought you used fresh tomatoes. Well, that makes sense because you're making them around holiday time, so there's no fresh tomatoes anyway. I wonder. I never watched you make it, but that's why then. Well, this one was, I guess it was really good because we left it on the counter and it's sitting there.
I took a little slice out, tried it.
Yeah, I was going to come back, get me one, but I was, I done tried some other stuff, so I didn't really want anything else. But I was going to get me a piece of tomato pie because these are great, warm or cold. It says, when you make one, you can serve it warm or cold. Well, Shell comes back in the room where I am, and she's like, man, did you try that tomato pie? What'd you think? And I said, I hadn't touched that tomato pie. What do you mean? And she said, well, something ate all the cheese topping, like 2 slices, and it was our daggum dog. Got up on the counter. We got a lab. Sadie got up there and I guess scarfed my tomato pie. I spent all that time making it, didn't even get to try it.
Out of all the stuff.
She thoroughly enjoyed it, looks like.
Out of all the stuff you cooked, she got her some tomato pie.
Yeah, I know. She didn't get no chicken. She didn't get no bacon. Well, I guess she did get the bacon in the pie, but it was terrible. So now I got to make another one, but I'm not buying 25 pounds of tomatoes. 4.
You didn't even get to try it.
I'm about tomatoed out. I'm not joking. It was like, that's a lot of tomatoes. for like a 10-day period.
Tyler, do you peel your tomatoes?
No. I can't say I ever have.
So people thought I was weird for peeling tomatoes. I grew up, that's how you ate them.
It's so hard. You can do it like a pro.
Oh, yeah.
You can put it in like one spiral.
I had a lot of practice peeling tomatoes. My granny used to can them. So you had to peel tomatoes before you process them to put them in the, put them in the jars and can them or whatever.
What's the benefit?
Well, so here's this is what I asked when I was a kid. Why do you? Because you go to a restaurant, they don't peel tomatoes. Mm-hmm. But now store-bought tomatoes, it's like they have a different skin than the homegrown tomatoes. A homegrown tomato skin is tough. It's thicker, it's a lot. It's not just like a papery skin. Well, it's hard to bite through that homegrown one. Mm-hmm. But the ones at the store, like a Roma tomato or these other, tomatoes, their skin's not that tough. So I don't have a problem not peeling them. And usually I don't peel them. Like if I'm doing a burger and I buy a tomato from the store, I just slice it up. But if I'm using like homegrown, on the vine, ripe tomatoes, I always peel them.
Would these be close to like beefsteak tomatoes?
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'd say
I think most of these that we're eating are probably like celebrities or big boys or better girls or something like that.
Gotcha.
I mean, like the heirlooms, I don't usually peel. I don't know. I don't eat enough heirloom tomatoes that's what all my papa always grew. And that's what my dad always buys too. So, But try it, peel. I mean, that does take, there's a cheating way to peel them too.
I was going to say, there's an easier way to do it.
You cut just a little X in the bottom. Not the root, not where it was hanging on the vine, the bottom side. Cut a little X and get you a pot of water boiling. Drop that dude in there for like 30 seconds and put it out in the ice bath, and that peel will come off, and then you just take it off. Then you don't have to.
Yeah, it literally just pulls.
I don't like doing that way because they get water. I say they get water. I can tell it's been in the water. I'd rather have one freshly peeled and sliced. But I don't like my tomatoes. Man, I'm a tomato snob.
You are.
I don't want them in the refrigerator either. I don't think tomatoes should be refrigerated. Once you put them in, it does something to them. It changes the texture. I don't know. But a refrigerated tomato is not near as good as one that's just been sitting out in a cool, dark spot in the dining room or under a couch at my granny's in a Coke flat. I mean, they would grow so many tomatoes, they'd have them stashed everywhere. I remember as a kid.
Like under the couch.
When the tomatoes come in, they were in, Jack. And sometimes they would pick them and let them ripen. Sometimes they would let them ripen on the vine, just depending on what the crop was doing. Sometimes we'd eat them green, fried green tomatoes.
Ooh, I hadn't had a fried green tomato.
Oh, they're so good.
They are.
Yeah. I broke out the fryer this weekend too.
Yeah, sure. So you was this a bet with Michael?
No, he challenged me.
Okay.
He told me, he said, do you think you could make a chicken strip as good as Zaxby's? And I said, absolutely. Of course I can. So I took him up on the challenge, on the Tindy challenge. They were good. What did you think?
I thought they were really good.
I did them two ways. One, so I bought two of those little family packs of chicken tenders from the grocery store. One, I mixed up some buttermilk and hot sauce and some seasoning, and I soaked a pack of them.
How long did you soak them? Like a couple hours, wasn't it?
Probably 4 hours in the refrigerator in buttermilk, in that buttermilk bath. And the other one, I just did plain. I wanted to see if there was a difference. And then, so I was checking the breading too. What I was thinking was, am I going to get a better crust coming out of, one coming out of the buttermilk bath, or just dredge them in flour and run them? Well, you don't want to just dredge them in flour and run them. They don't have enough moisture on them to build up a good crust. They get it's a very, very light crust, but it's so much better if you put them in some kind of like an egg wash or milk, buttermilk, something like that. But the buttermilk, the texture blowed the others away. Just in 4 hours, it totally changed that texture to where it was really tender, really soft, and you could tell like a noticeably difference. So comparing the two, that the buttermilk bath for like a marinade really, really did work. And I never would have knew that because I've always we put catfish in buttermilk, or we've done other like deer meat, stuff like that, fried chicken and buttermilk. I never really realized that it tenderizes as much as it does, but it truly does. Try it for yourself.
You probably have never done it like a side-by-side comparison.
Never have to check it. And tenders were so easy to do because they're just quick. They fry fast. I mean, I just bought it was a bag of chicken fry you can buy. Did you get a picture of that? Or it's probably on the little video. Maybe you're going to get a video of this because we did do something for a story or something. But it was chicken fry mix. It's right in the flour section. Doctored that up a little bit.
Have a bunch of different brands. Did you see all the different brands of chicken fry mix?
Yeah, but some of them were like the shake and bake stuff, panko chicken fry. I wanted something close to like a Zaxby's or, Raising Cane's or something like that. And that was really it gave it that same texture. And so I took those tenders out of the buttermilk, went straight into better breader. That I had to buy me one of them. I never had one.
What do you think about the better breader?
It's more trouble than it's worth because the cleanup. I could do the same thing in just a bowl of flour and do my hand, take it out, put it on the rack, shake it off.
I'm a paper bag person.
Yeah.
Get a paper sack from the grocery store. Put your seasonings, your chicken in there, shake it.
Get them out.
And then you throw it away.
Yeah, that's it. That's right. Well, this is like those bowls, and it's like 2 bowls that snap together with the little plastic grid in the middle. That's where the holes are. So you put your meat in there and your batter in the bottom, and you shake it around and all the excess goes down. Well, you got to clean that. And it starts making like a gluey paste in there. And so I had to scrub and scrub and scrub on it to get all that flour and meat, the breading stuck off the side of that plastic.
And I felt
not that it was hard. It's a lot more effort you wouldn't just stick that in the dishwasher.
And I thought it was kind of messier.
It was way messier, yeah.
Than just using a paper bag or a bowl, yeah.
I've always just flour bowl, wet bowl, dry hand, wet hand, and do them like that's the Sonic way.
I get my hands mixed up, and all of a sudden my hands are in the wet. And
then you got these big old mitts.
Yeah.
But yeah, they turned out good. I fried them in some peanut oil. I think I had it down to
that's the key.
It's 4.5 minutes at 350, and they were about 165, 170 internal. Turn them out on a little drying rack. Let them sit there. Whipped up a little Zax sauce. That was good.
Yeah. You did fries.
Did the fries,
toast
season,
too.
And I did the garlic toast too. The which one is it serves the garlic toast? Slim Chickens.
They all do.
I think Slim Chickens is the garlic toast. I did your little bun toaster thing, the little electric flat top. Put 2 pats of butter down, sprinkled it with some granulated garlic, spread it out, throw that toast on there, let it go in about a minute until it gets good and brown. Flip it over, do the same thing. My Tindy experiment was a total success.
The only thing you didn't have was coleslaw.
Yeah.
They all have like fries, strippies, toast, and coleslaw. Yep.
But I nailed it. I think I nailed it.
What did Michael say?
He's never going to tell me it's as good as Zaxby's.
He had a buddy over, and the buddy said, "This is great."
Yeah.
Michael's like, "It's pretty good."
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
It was good, though.
You also did some mini Italian beefs.
Oh, the video came out on those, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Now it's a cheat method of doing, it's almost like a slider. You could make them sliders real easy. I just used the Hawaiian hoagie roll, but you could use the regular King's Hawaiian rolls.
You could make, they are kind of like slider subs.
They really are. It was a slider sub, but instead of like doing a roast beef, like cooking it myself and letting it cool and slicing it and all that, I went to the deli. So give me 2 pounds.
Did you tell them anything specific? Thin sliced?
Well, they have like a little gauge up there, and I was like, I'll take the 1. I didn't want it like shaved, but I didn't want it like sandwich thickness either. So I want it kind of on the thin side, just above shaved. But what I did was I built me a beef, I called it a jacuzzi bath for the roast beef. But it's beef broth. It's some Johnny's French dip that comes in the little bottle. It's some onions. It's some garlic. Real simple. Just season it up, Italian stallion. Put it on your pit. You could do this in a crock pot. Easy. You just want to get it good and warm. That you don't have to really boil it, but it needs to be, pretty warm to get all those flavors to combine. I think I went about 30 minutes. You could tell it kind of cooked the onions and the garlic some and, gets them softened up because they're good on the sandwich too. And then I took all this, and then this is pre-cooked deli roast beef, and just floated off in that au jus. And what, Tyler, was it 30 minutes maybe? I let it go. And I didn't have this.
30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it wasn't too long. I don't think.
Uncovered,
letting some smoke get on it. So I like doing it on a pellet grill like that because you do get some flavors of that grill in there that you wouldn't get in a crock pot or, stovetop or whatever you're doing it on, or the oven. But it was really, really good. And then, so what I did, those little slider, the King's Hawaiian hoagie rolls or whatever, they kind of come already pre-cut. That's one thing I like about them.
Me too.
They're already cut. You don't have to half them.
We've used them before and cut them like long ways, so you do get a square slider.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
but you still get the pre-cut.
They're already pre-cut.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't start selling. King's Hawaiian needs to listen to us and just go ahead and make them split.
I'd pay more.
You pay $1 more to have that cut? Quarter, come on.
I don't know about dollar.
Quarter, yeah. I'd pay $quarter more.
I'd go 50 cents.
Especially if it's perfect cut. Because I always screwed up. It's like, I'll have that ramp going by the time I get through it.
I've never been to somebody's house that's serving them like as a roll, because I think that's how they're.
Yeah, no, that's either.
Like you're gonna buy those little frozen ones or something like that if you're making rolls.
Before starting to make sliders with them, do you know what I thought they were for? Cold spinach dip. That's what they were for. Yeah. You bought them at Christmas whenever you make your cold spinach dip, and that's the only thing you would use Hawaii rolls for.
Well, they used to come in that big round tin.
Yeah, it was like a bowl. It was like a bread bowl. Yeah, and you'd hollow it out and use those hollowed out pieces to dip it up with. Do they still make that? I guess they still make that bread bowl.
I can't find it anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, because I think it has a better texture than just the little rolls.
Mm-hmm. For doing the spinach dip?
Yeah, for doing the spinach dip.
It's really good, though. But so what I did, I took those rolls, put them on a sheet pan, take the top off, and then I layered on some of that roast beef, covered it with some
mozzarella. You tried to get juice in there, too.
Yeah, I was trying to get it juicy. It don't matter. You want it juicy because you're going to cook it a little bit more. And if you get some of the onions or the garlic, that's fine, but you just evenly spread it out over 2 packs of those rolls. Top it with mozzarella cheese. I also put some, you could get spicy here and use like a giardiniera, but I didn't want to make giardiniera, and they didn't have the kind I wanted at the grocery store. It was more of like a salad giardiniera or something. It wasn't the right kind. But I use like,
it's hard to find that down here.
I use like a sweet red pepper in a jar. Spread, because this was easy. Like I was thinking tailgate style, quick summer party, whatever. What could you do that'd be fast? And this was totally it. But I covered the peppers with the cheese slices. I think I used 5 slices of cheese on each side, so 10 total slices of cheese, sliced mozzarella from the deli, and topped it. Melted some butter, seasoned that butter with the Italian stallion, brushed it over the top. Back on that 350-degree pit for 10 minutes, top, whatever it takes to get the cheese melty and the top start to get toasty without cooking the bottom too much. And
that's kind of the biggest challenge with
those sliders. It is, yeah. Well, when you got them super dense and you're trying to cook something on them, it takes a lot longer, so that bread tends to want to burn, so you have to watch it. But on that one, it's not going to be in there long enough, the top. And I didn't even cover it. I just left it open, so it kind of got toasty. So it did have the bottom's got a nice little crunch and the top had a nice little crunch. It wasn't hard, but it was, not just raw bread.
But it don't matter anyway because you're
dipping it in the juice. And that's the whole thing. Save that pan of au jus. Now, if you're serving this for a crowd, you can't just have one big bowl to dip out of, or it's going to be pretty nasty for everybody. Right. You need to have individual bowls and a ladle, like little cups, civilized. But when for the video, I just poured it in a bowl and
went to town,
jugged it off in there. Yeah. But then, man, it was good. Those were some really, really good sliders.
To be so easy,
Yeah, I mean, that's one. Anybody could do that one. You don't even need the grill. You could do it all in the oven. Easy. You could probably do it in a toaster oven. You just got to heat your juice up somehow. But the crock pot would be an easy way to do that. But that's one that's meant to take somewhere. I mean, people really, really like it.
I think that's a good tailgate recipe. Even if you did put it on the grill and get the flavor from the grill, you could always throw it in a crock pot, take it with you, So I do have a question for you.
What's that?
What's your number one rule for owning a pellet grill? What do you always tell folks?
So, number one rule of owning a pellet grill, keep it clean. If you want to avoid any trouble, just keep it clean. If you do a long cook, clean out, make sure you get all the grease out of it. Vacuum out some pellets. Clean it out a little. If you don't, there's a good chance. There's a really good chance if you try to high heat cook on it that it's going to fire up on you.
I have a feeling this is
oh yeah, brand new grill.
Oh no,
brand new grill. So we go over to Arkansas. I take a pellet grill first. Not the first cook on it. I was like, oh well, it's 4th of July. I'm gonna do butts overnight, for making nachos and pulled pork sandwiches. And I had a friend there I wanted to cook a butt for, so it was great. Mm-hmm. Cooked those butts, phenomenal. No wraps, perfect. Cooked them about 14 hours, really low and slow. Rolled right into, never shut the grill off, rolled right into cooking ribs.
And those ribs were
man. I cooked, and they were just baby back pellet grill ribs. I ran them. I kept it. This grill ran 225 for probably 24 hours. Probably 24 hours, because I cooked those ribs about 5 hours at 225, no wrap. And then I was like, well, I probably want to tint these up and get them really tender. So I wrapped them, didn't put anything in the wrap, just wrapped them up, put them back on the grill.
Well, what'd you season them with, if we're talking about it?
Oh, the ribs?
Was it just hot rub?
Yeah, that's all. Just this was like pull the membrane off, no binder, hot rub. On the pellet grill, got 6 on there, and
I think cooked. It was 7.
Yeah, was it 7?
It was 7.
It might have been 7 racks. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a full pellet grill full of ribs. When they got about done, I stacked them up a little bit, slid a pan of beans on there, rolled it for 3 or 4 hours. I had this grill working, y'all. Got the ribs done, held them. They were we ate them. I think we ate dinner at our house, and then we went to a party, the fireworks display or fireworks show later that night. Is that where we took them? Yeah.
Yeah.
Took the rest over there.
It was a big pan.
Platter.
Full of ribs that you'd cut into single bone portions. So we set it down on the table and
oh, man.
They were gone.
One of the best I would say amateur fireworks shows I ever saw was that night. It was amazing.
Highly impressive.
It was like 45 minutes worth of finale. That's how they did it. And it was crazy. But so the next day, no, it wasn't even the next day. I don't even think
it was a couple days later.
It was a couple days later, and I didn't think nothing about it. What should I have done was that next day clean that grill, because I had it running for 24 hours low. All the drippings, all the juice was catching on my aluminum foil. Now, it wasn't down in the grill, because I had one of those. This was a Traeger grill. I had one of those Traeger drip pans in it that goes to the bucket. Well, their bucket didn't have much in it, and I didn't think twice about my buddy next door neighbor. It's like, I got to cook all this chicken. You got room you got a grill. I said, let me fire this Traeger up, man. It cooks chicken excellent. I mean, I can put it up on 400. Man, that chicken
you're gonna be impressed.
Yeah, you're gonna be impressed. He was cooking like half chickens. I was like, oh man, I got this. It's gonna be fast. Everybody will be eating before you know it. He got them seasoned up or whatever. I went over, cranked that grill up, and I got to smelling something. I was like, holy crap. Something smells a little scorchy. I walk out there and look at that grill, and it's a fireball. I mean, smoke billowing. I know not to open it, not to open it. And so what do? Go over there and open it. Knowing that I shouldn't have done that. And when I did, it's fire everywhere. It comes all out at me. And I'm like, holy crap, I done got this thing on fire. So I shut it back immediately. And then the guy, I forget who it was. It was somebody's father-in-law or something standing over there. He said, you got a little fire there, don't you? And I was like, yeah, it ain't nothing to worry about. He's like, what are you going to do? I said, watch, unplug that joker. Rolled it out from the house so it don't burn the house down. So this is all you got to do. It's going to burn out. And so, and I knew right then, I said, oh, I done screwed up. I ain't going to cook this chicken. What am I going to do? But I had my old American Weber sitting there, fired old cap up, put my coals on one side.
Wait, why is it Cap?
Cap America.
Oh,
Cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I fired old cap up, got them coals getting hot. My grill's still sitting over here smoking.
Just smoking. I love the old guy goes, well, it's good to know the professionals have problems.
Yeah. But hey, I knew better. I don't know how I did it. But I put them half chickens on that Weber right, started them out there. And at that point, I wasn't going to let that pellet grill beat me. So I went over there, opened the lid. It was still smoking a little bit. Got me some gloves, jerked the racks out. Had to scrape my drip liner off.
It was welded to it.
Pulled the diverter out to look under it, make sure everything was all right. It wasn't full of pellets or nothing. Didn't start burning back. Got my grease can, wiped it all out, relined everything I had to line aluminum foils. I didn't have another one of those drip pans with me. So I relined everything with aluminum foil, put it back over there, started it back up, but then that joker didn't want to run. Like, it was like, I don't know if it got too hot or what.
Oh, you were whispering to me like, I think I broke it. I think it's done. Something's wrong.
Yeah, so the chicken's steady cooking over here. And finally, I don't know, after about 30, 40 minutes, it starts climbing and it gets back up to temp. And I take it up to like 250, then I take it to 300, then I take it to 350, and I get it up to where I want it 400. So I take that chicken and move it over to that pellet grill for like the last 15 minutes. And it turned out fun. I mean, the people loved it.
Oh, it was actually really good.
Yeah, because it tasted like it was charcoal grilled. Well, I guess it tasted like it was grease scorched, charcoal grilled, and then smoked at the end.
Well, you threw it in the oven.
At some point, I turned the oven on, took it all in there, threw it in there. This is all happening like in a matter of 45 minutes, too.
You were like, turn that oven on 400. You threw it in there while you got the Weber hot.
That's what it was. Put it on the Weber, put it on the pellet grill, finished it off. And then I got off the gold tops. I said, I'm not going to try. It was almost a disaster. Almost, but I saved it. But man, I knew better. Always clean your pellet grill, especially never go from a low and slow, long cook where you're rendering out all that fat out of a pork butt or ribs and into a super high heat cook like for chicken or steaks or burgers or something like that. It'll fire every time. And I know that. I don't know how many times I've answered that question, but it's still.
And how many times you've cautioned people from it?
Oh, a bunch. Just about every time I talk about pellet grills, I always tell them that they're great. You just got to keep them clean. If you don't, the grease will catch on fire, and it definitely will. And I'm not going to say it's going to be my last time to do it because I'm the world's worst about not checking to see if I need to, if I'm ready to cook, I'm just going to go cut it on. Let's go back in the house. I'm used to it but now, like I've been cooking on the grill at home this past week. And I was like, I went out there every time. All right. I'm changing out my full, got my grease bucket. It's going to be a minute before it happens. I can promise you it probably will happen to me.
You're a little gun shy right now.
But it's going to be a minute before. Yeah, it will happen.
It's weird because sometimes sometimes you have to let it smoke off the grease. Like when you're not doing like a crazy cook, like if you've done wings or something on it, there's like little bits and stuff like that. So you'll have like extra smoke. So for me, it's hard to determine like when it's a real fire. So that's why I always end up opening the lid, even though
a lot of the manufacturers suggest starting the initial fire with the lid opening so it doesn't build up pressure like that. That way, when it gets burning, then you can close it down and let it come up. I never do that. I always just
push that button.
It's going to start every time. Just trust it. It was almost but see, like if somebody would have did that and walked away and not thought about it, it could have burnt the house down or at least, caught the roof on fire right there because I was underneath the porch. I did have it pulled out from the wall a little, which is good. I mean, don't think that these are, totally safe. There's always room for something to go wrong.
What did they say? It's not how good of a barbecue cook you are. It's how good you can overcome.
Yeah. It's about overcoming. I had to overcome that one for sure. If it had been a burn back, I'd have really been screwed. Like I'd have had to take out all the pellets or just let them burn out and try to get all that out of their vacuum. That's what I've had to do it. It's no fun.
I think you had to do it because I screwed it up.
That was on a Yoder. One of my Yoders did it. Yeah.
I tried to smoke some brisket burgers.
That's exactly what it was.
It was a real fatty burger. I put them on there and was smoking them.
And it drained somehow. I don't think the diverter was in right. It got back to the fire. The grease dripped in the fire pot and it burnt back up the auger.
Well, it didn't do that when I cooked it.
It did it the next time.
The next time
you fired it up.
I just left you a problem.
The How to Barbecue Right podcast is brought to you by our friends at Primo Grills. Shell, did you know that Primo is the only ceramic grill made right here in the good old USA?
What? Are you telling me that Primo Grills are proudly crafted here in the USA, ensuring top-notch quality and support for local craftsmanship?
I sure am. Plus, Primo Grill not only delivers mouth-watering flavor, but because of their innovative oval design and superior ceramic construction, Primo Grills also gives you a ton of cooking versatility.
Whether you're smoking low and slow or searing a steak to perfection, Primo Grills gives you the consistent heat distribution for mouth-watering results every time.
What she said, y'all. Y'all visit PrimoGrill.com and check them out.
So you've been doing a lot of trout fishing?
Did a lot of fishing, yeah. Caught a lot of trout, too. We didn't keep none, though. I need to keep some so I can do some trout recipes.
I was going to ask you.
I've got the man up there, Caleb Osborne. He guides out of Calico. He'll go anywhere. But one of the best trout fishermen I know, and he took me and Michael went with him a couple times, and I've been with him several times. He's awesome. And he's like, you want to show you how I do my on a half-day fishing trip, they'll do a shore lunch. And he's like, I take a bag of roll-up charcoal, throw it out there on the ground, just on the sand on the riverbank, get the coals good and hot. Then he makes these trout. It's almost like, do you remember when I did the fishing paper?
Wait, hold on. So the charcoal, is it like mounded?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure he takes like some rocks and makes a little ring or something, just so a little makeshift fire pit. Yeah. Very primitive, yeah. Like a camping situation.
Yeah.
And just builds a bed of hot coals. And then he takes those trout and I don't know, he didn't tell me what he seasons them with, but he splits them, seasons them, throws some onion in there. I know he wants to do a video. I said, man, would you mind doing a video and let's show people how you do that? He said he'd love to, so I'm going to get him to do that sometime.
We got to get him some seasoning.
I want to try it. I mean, trout's really good. I mean, my favorite way's fried, but I've had it grilled and I've had it smoked.
But anyway, how does he do it?
He puts it in full, like I did the fishing paper or fishing full.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like Jamaican fishing full, if you think about it.
But how does he cook it? Like
he just throws a full packet right on those coals. No grate, nothing. You just put it on those coals. He said it takes 9 minutes. He's got it down. You do like 4.5 or 5 and turn it, and there's another side's done, and then you take it off, and it's good to go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to try it. I've never had it. I've never done a trip to where we had to do a shore lunch. We always just meet up somewhere, hop the boat, and fish, catch a bunch of them. And
my problem with trout is the bones.
They are bony, yeah.
They're very bony.
If you catch the big ones, he put us on the big ones. I mean, I don't know. I've never ate. Like he said he don't keep the big ones. His rule is put them back so somebody else can catch them if they're over, certain size. If they're like 20-inch fish.
Yeah,
which I don't know if we caught one that was under 14. All the fish. I mean, most of the time I go there, I catch these little bitty dinks. But he put us on he showed me how to catch the big ones.
So if you weren't going to catch and keep a big one, would the bones still be the biggest?
I don't know. I never broke down a big. I mean, we've caught some probably 18 inches and kept them, and yeah, they're not. It's easier to find those bones and pull them out because if you think of the way a salmon is, they'll have those little bitty pin bones or H bones that run down the top of them off that lateral line. So of course you cut them off the spine or whatever, but they got these other cross bones, and you have to feel down that salmon fillet and pull them out. Well, the trout would be the same way on a decent size one, but on the little ones you can't feel them to pull out.
You'll have to try.
Supposedly the little ones, if you fry them up, it doesn't hurt you to eat them anyway. Those little bones are so soft they disappear.
It's like them saying you can.
I still find them, and I'm like, I always grew up. If you ate a fish bone, it's going to choke you to death. So watch it carefully. Let mama pick through your fish before you ate it. And then I was like, well, I'll just eat fillet. I don't want somebody picking through my fish.
Yeah,
no bones in a fillet, so I just always ate fillets.
But we were talking to some people, and they were saying they do trout dip, trout. They've tried trout every kind of way.
Every way you can do it, yeah.
And I said, well, what's the best? Fried,
yeah. There's a place on the Little Red. I think it was Lindsay's Trout Resort.
Mm-hmm.
They had a restaurant there, and they would when we called them, we took them there one time. Well, this was Michael's a little kid, and they would do them for you however you wanted them. And so I remember they cooked us like family style. They'll do fried, blackened, grilled, or whatever. And I remember them being really good like that.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember being like
the little watching the little bones.
Watch the little bones.
Yeah.
Friday night you cooked a steak for me.
I did. That was your steak dinner. That was where I did the caprese salad.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that steak dinner?
It was the best steak cooked.
You know where I got that steak
in a while?
I went all out for you, baby. That was a Walmart ribeye. Man, it was good.
Lately, those Walmart ribeyes have been tough to beat. I do not know where they're getting them. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Maybe that cow just living right somewhere over in Arkansas. Where did they come from? I don't know, but it was good. It was really good. I mean, I didn't do anything special to it at all. That was,
what was your basic method?
Rubbed a little Worcestershire on it and seasoned it with, let's see, I think it was just AP and swine lice beef rubs. All I put on it. Nothing crazy. Not heavy either.
Not heavy. Yeah.
Just kind of light. Let them set a little while. I did some fillets.
When you say set a little while, what are we talking? 20 minutes? 30 minutes?
More like an hour.
Okay.
More like an hour. That's the first thing I'll do is season my steaks and then let them sit. And about 30 minutes later, I'll go start my fire like a chimney, dump it in the coals after about 15 to 17 minutes, dump those coals in the Weber, put the grate on, close the lid, 15 more minutes, it's ready to cook. So that steak's been sitting 1 hour before it ever hits the grill. That's kind of my
out at room.
That's how I do. That's how I like to do them. And it now, if I'm outside, it's 100 degrees. I'll stick them in a cooler, but in the house, it's 70. So I did check the internal temperature on them. When I put them on, it was like 43. So they're not warm, you know. They're still cool. And I usually lay some foil over it or something. I don't just leave it into the air. It's just going to dry out. But what I do is, like, after 30 minutes of sitting there, I'll flip that steak. So it's setting one side, the seasoning, because it never fails that it starts pulling out way more moisture out of the bottom from that surface it's sitting on. And I want that to be even, so I'll let it sit 30 minutes, and that's where the hour comes from. 30 minutes on one side, 30 minutes on the other side, then it's ready for the grill. That's how I do it.
Just simple, basic cook.
Simple, basic cook. I didn't even use grill grates. It was a bed of Royal Oak lump. I didn't use briquette at all. It was all lump. Let it get 550, 600 degrees. These steaks were, I think they were maybe 14, 16 ounce. They weren't an inch and a quarter. You know, it's about like a competition size steak.
Yeah, it looked a lot like a steak.
And they ran, I know you like yours more on the rare side.
Yeah.
So yours was like a minute 30, flip it, minute 30, see where it's at.
Where'd you pull mine? What was the temp? Do you remember?
Where I pulled yours at?
Yeah.
125. I usually get mine between 128 and 130. Yours 122 to 125, depending on the thickness of the steak. And then I'll let it carry over a little bit because I know it's going to carry over and it'll be just right. But before that, I had cooked fillets, and the fillets that I cooked, I actually got them from Kroger. They look just Walmart didn't have any good looking fillets, and that's what I can't say you can go to Walmart and buy a good ribeye every single time you go, but if you'll peruse through that meat section and look, every once in a while you'll find diamonds in the rough, and that's what these were. I mean, they were try hard, marbled all the way down the loin, the spinalis, everything, and it wasn't a big tail on them. It was just beautiful steaks. But the fillets were like that. I just got them at Kroger out of the meat case. They even had Wagyu in that meat case now. That was new to me.
Do you think that's
that's a marketing thing?
Yeah, it's got to be a marketing thing.
But anyway, they were some great looking fillets, but they were 2.5 inch thick. These were probably 14 ounce fillets. You know, usually you see a fillet, it's 8 or 12. These were like 14s. They were huge. And that's Michael's favorite cut. And then we had friends over too. So I cooked those, but I started them out on the pellet grill, 250, seasoned them the exact same way. They went, and I stuck a thermometer in what I thought would have been the thickest one. I was looking for 115. So I took them into 115. It took about 35 minutes to get those fillets up there. I took them off the grill, brought them in, watched it, left my dot in. And that's what you said, what are you doing? So I'm watching. When these steaks get back to 115 is when I'm going to go cook them all. And that's what I did. I sat there and it went up to like 123 internal. So it gained 8 degrees and then it fell back all the way down. When it got to 115, I went outside. I fired those fillets first because they only needed, like I did, a minute because I was just searing them because they were already. And then, so they were, when I took them off, I struck one. It was like 125. I didn't watch it carry over. I'm sure it went to close to 129, 130. They were perfect. And then that's when I went ahead and did the ribeyes, same kind of way. But I did some baked potatoes. I did some mushrooms. I did some asparagus. And I did some mac and cheese. My version of like a steakhouse mac and cheese.
Your mac and cheese was really good.
I should have did that one for our mac and cheese contest that I got stomped in here.
What did you do for your mac and cheese contest? I forgot.
I did like a Velveeta.
Oh, yeah. It was like a Mexican.
Yeah. It's kind of inspired. Yeah, that's what I did. I used white cheese dip in it too. But this one it was a white mac and cheese. I bought as I know you like the bigger elbows. I bought the bigger elbows. I cooked them for 5 minutes.
Well, the cheese gets up in them better.
I agree. It was good. But I made basically a bechamel. Butter, flour. I roasted some garlic. I went all out on this mac and cheese now. First, I roasted a whole head of garlic.
Oh, you were cooking all day.
Yeah. This was an all-day event. I roasted a whole head of garlic and, let it cool, squeezed it out, got it in a mash, butter in my pot, threw some of that garlic in, hit it with the flour, made my little roux, started putting 3 cups of milk in there, brought that together, took it off the heat, and I had grated some more Gruyere and some more white cheddar. And I probably put 12 ounces of each probably and saved a little bit to top it with. And then I melted that cheese in there. So I got me a really good cheese sauce, cooked those noodles for 5. It says cook them 7 to 8. I cooked them 5 because I knew I was going to bake them.
Yeah.
So a little al dente. So al dente, for sure al dente.
Yeah. Anytime I do a noodle casserole, like it's going to be boiled, then cooked in the oven.
Undercook them a little. Under. Yeah. But so I mixed all that up, put them in my dish, and then I cooked some bacon, crumbled it up. I took some panko breadcrumbs, and I took the remainder of that cheese, and I just mixed it all up and made me a topping. I sprinkled that all over the top of it. And so that cheese, the cheese sauce I made was extra runny because I knew I was going to bake it. It was going to soak it up, and man, it was creamy. All it was missing was like some lobster. That was all it was missing.
It was kind of like a lobster.
It was like a crab mac and cheese or something, but it was really, really good. And to go with those steaks and the other stuff, that was my special dinner to you.
I said, yeah, because you owed it to me.
I did.
I told him for Mother's Day, he's like, what do you want for Mother's Day? I was like, we're busy this weekend. Just promise me you'll cook me a steak dinner in the future.
That was it.
And then he completely forgot.
I didn't forget. I was waiting on that special day.
So you pulled your card?
Yeah.
All right. Today's the day.
Today's the day. I think I woke up that morning and said, all right, you want that steak dinner today?
Yeah. You were just in the mood to cook a steak dinner.
I was. It was a great day.
I was like, you made too much. He was like, I just made a steak and a side.
Yeah.
And then the mushrooms are just an appetizer.
I did a little rose garnish. What do you think about that? On the caprese, that was cool, isn't it?
You always go above and beyond on presentation.
That's from MBN day.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Well, those little tomato peels, I had to slice them up for the caprese salad, and you just roll them backwards, and it makes a beautiful little rose. If you can peel it without breaking it. And then you take 2 basil leaves and stick on there and skewer, and it looks like a rose. It's kind of fancy, Tyler.
Pro tip.
Yeah, pro tip.
It's really good.
I love caprese salad, though. Man, it's fresh. When the tomatoes are right.
It's easy, too.
Yeah, you buy that mozzarella log that's already sliced, and then TX those tomatoes, put those mozzarella on there. I'll take instead of putting a whole leaf of basil like the traditional way, I like to do like what's it called, a chiffonade, where you roll them all up into a little roll and then slice them, and it's like little thin ribbons, and sprinkle that over it, and then drizzle the balsamic glaze over that. And that's a heck of a salad for summertime.
It's fresh. It tastes like summer. And I like how you keep your mozzarella slices kind of thinner, because I hate it when like it's more mozzarella than it is.
Oh, yeah. That would be really good, too. You could do the cut-up version of that and use those little mozzarella pearls.
Easy.
It'd be almost like a big salad, you know.
Have you seen those, like, skewers? It's like little baby skewers.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, too. I didn't think about that.
But they use cherry tomatoes, you know. Did you know there was a National Chicken Wing Day?
I should. What day is that? Don't tell me it's August 15th.
No, it's July 29th, so it's coming up.
Oh, it's coming up. Okay, Chicken Wing Day. What day is that on this year?
It's a freaking Tuesday.
Oh.
Sounds like we're cooking wings at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a good wing day at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants, I mean, it needs to be like a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday.
Maybe they should make it to like the first Monday Night Football game or something.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wing day.
So, yeah, we'll have to.
Oh, we're getting closer to football. I'm picking number 6 in my fantasy draft. They had that lottery this weekend. That's the midway point. That's a good pick. I'd rather be 6.
Oh, 6 is perfect.
And I had like 10, or 12.
You don't want to be 1 either.
Yeah, and I don't want to be too far up front. So,
you told me you were like, I'm done with sports. Not watching sports. I'm done with sport. This has been a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I came in the other day, you were watching soccer, I guess.
Premier League soccer.
Yeah.
Well, you got me watching Ted Lasso. I was like, I've never been a fan of European football.
Add that one to the list.
But it's all right. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now I kind of want to go there and see a match.
Just switching sports.
Yeah.
Well, I thought everything was over. I mean, we got baseball, but this ain't the fun baseball time,
Yeah.
you know?
Because college baseball's over.
Yeah, college baseball's over. And I watch pro baseball in October, you know, when it starts getting good. Right now, I guess it's the All-Star break, isn't it? And they have the home run derby this week and the whole All-Star game and all that.
Yep.
All right, I got one question for you from the community.
All right.
I thought it was a pretty good one. Joey, he says, how do you hold a brisket if it gets done like super early, like 8 hours early?
I still hold it the same way. Put it in a dry cooler and depending on the size of your cooler, if you could put some old towels or a moving blanket, anything in there, take up space, it's going to be fine. I've actually put a probe thermometer in one before just to see how long it would stay safe which is above 140. And it was, I don't know, 10, 11 hours. We got tired of watching it. You know what I mean? Do you remember that when we did that? We were testing them.
That was a pork butt, wasn't it? Or was it a brisket?
That was a brisket. It was a brisket. Yeah, it was a brisket. But it's a long time. So,
and once it hits 140, what's the rule?
4 hours. It needs to be consumed or the temp needs to be dropped to below, 40. So you're still safe.
For 4 hours.
Yeah, for 4 hours after it hits 140. According to the laws. I don't know who made those laws, but I guess people don't want you to get sick. I don't want you to get sick either. I mean, I think that'd be a stretch, but 8 hours, I wouldn't worry about it at all. Heck, it's probably going to be the best brisket you ever ate after 8 hours. But I mean, that's the best way to do it. It shouldn't, I don't think you'll have a problem holding it that long. If you had to warm it back up, you could stick it in the fridge and then warm it back up either on the pit or the oven or something like that. But
it's not.
I don't think it ain't going to be as good. Just keep it warm. Now, I would let it steam off when you get it off the pit. Like if you got it wrapped up in butcher paper or foil or something, unwrap it, let the steam come off of it pretty good, 3 or 4 minutes, let it sit there, then wrap it back up and stick it in that cooler and just let it roll. And if you're concerned about those temps over the time, stick a probe in it and watch it. You can hang that probe out the cooler or run it through the drain or whatever you want because it's going to hold it. And I would normally go by there and burp it every so long too. Every hour, just open the cooler, let a little air out, close it back.
So it doesn't
overcook, but it's not, if it's one, it's not going to overcook. If you had 3 stacked in a cooler, you got to worry about that, but one's not going to do it.
How long do they leave them in those proofing ovens?
Oh, usually they get done, I would say from 2 to 3 to
a.m.
to 11. Yeah. So how far is that? It's a long time. 8 hours, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But that's controlled environment. It's held at 140.
I was just curious.
Or wherever they want them. So.
Well, Malc, that's all I have for you today.
All right. Well, Tyler's
got some stuff.
Yeah, Tyler, we got to let you talk, man.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about the community and specifically our giveaway. But first, I do have a question because this is something I saw in the community while y'all were at it. Right. And I thought was hilarious. So what was your restaurant name, Shell, that you were going to do? Was it Shells by the Sea?
Yeah, Shells by the Sea.
Did you see your competition on there?
Yeah, Malcolm showed me.
Weenies on the River? I loved it. I want that T-shirt. Weenies on the River.
I thought that was so funny.
Hell yeah.
It's like a duck tour style bus.
I love it.
Like floating on
That changes my whole thing at the River House. So I was going to do pizza, but I think Weenies on the River is better. You got a hot dog machine there.
Shells by the Sea is just a little bit more classy. Not much.
Not much. Not much. No, I don't think so.
Just a hair.
Oh my gosh.
That was great though. That's good competition for Shells by the Sea.
We can have both.
Yeah, I need somebody to make a design Shell logo for Shells by the Sea.
I got you.
I'll get ChatGPT to work on that.
Get your boyfriend to do it. Shell's got a new boyfriend.
ChatGPT.
I call him Chet.
We talk about everything.
If she's got a question, she asks him first. He usually has pretty good solutions and he listens. He talks back. Or he chats back.
When I say that's incorrect, he's like, you're right.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, brought to you by Malcolm's Fail. Last week we ran a giveaway. So we partnered up with Green Mountain Grills to do a couple of weeks of giveaways. Last week's was still really, really good. It was like everything you need to get to cooking. So there was tons of rubs from Green Mountain Grills. There's a thermometer. There's stuff in there from us. And so the winner will be announced on Friday. If you're listening to this on Friday, it'll be announced today. But we're also announcing another giveaway. So this week, we're giving away one Green Mountain Grill Trek Prime 2.0 Wi-Fi pellet grill.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that is basically their tailgate model.
Trek, that leads me to believe it's smaller for off-road usage or wherever.
Yeah.
On the go.
Pretty portable, pretty like lightweight. I actually lifted one a second ago when I was out in the thing because they sent us one, but it's a 9-pound capacity pellet hopper. So
yeah, that's pretty good size.
Pretty good thing. And then we're also giving away, we're throwing in a Killer Hog sampler gift basket and a Malcolm's All-Star flavor pack. So literally you should have everything you need to get to cooking.
Heck yeah.
And all we're asking in return is we want to see, you can either post a picture, a video, or a story of your biggest grilling fail to go along.
That's just my latest. I think.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's just my latest grilling fail. So it could be your latest. It don't have to be your biggest, I guess. But just show us your failures, man, because you gotta own them.
Yeah.
The only way you can get better is by owning those failures, and everybody has them.
And we want a chance to talk.
I know I do.
If you hadn't, you lying.
Yeah.
But we are not. We're just going to pick one random person that comments, but we are going to pick a few to just talk about here on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll talk. Yeah.
They're pretty funny.
If it's good enough, we may have to have you on here to tell it.
Like, how the heck did that happen?
Yeah.
What had happened was.
And then make sure you join facebook.com/group/HQ community. And we're also giving away, it's one more Green Mountain Grill next week, and it'll be a bigger grill. So
okay, you're staging them up. Staging them up for the summer, because we're almost through with summer.
Almost through with
Was it 2 more weeks and school goes back?
2 weeks and school's, yeah.
Pick up schedules
Next week. I have mixed feelings.
I can't wait. Closer to football. Closer to hunting season. Closer to my kid driving himself.
I am looking forward to that one.
Heck yeah. No more door dashing. You got to go get it. There ain't no excuses.
And then you use him as your personal.
That's right. That's it. Yeah. It's like a valet.
Go to the grocery store.
I need you to go get this and this and this.
And he's excited for like the first year, and then after that,
I don't think so. He told me the other day, I was saying something about, you'll be driving, saying, I don't know if I'm ready. I was like, what do you mean? Man, I had wore out a set of tires back in the old vehicle up. I had an uncle that like sold me it was a 1981 Pontiac Grand Prix. And you can imagine what kind of shape it was in. He sold it to me for $1. I was 15 years old. Well, I didn't get my driver's license until I was 16, but I had it for a whole year. I know I wore out probably the transmission and a set of tires backing that thing up and down. When my parents wouldn't go drive with me, I would just back down the driveway and pull back forward.
And you didn't have a big driveway.
Heck no, it wasn't long at all. I took my time, turned the radio on, had my friends in there with me. We was ready. I was itching for that freedom of getting that. I was like, you remember when you get if you grew up in a neighborhood like I did, when you got that bicycle, that was freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the car, that was freedom. That's and then you got that first job and had to buy gas and cheapest insurance you could afford.
Then the
responsibilities came with it. But anyway.
Well,
is that it, Shell?
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Well, tell them where they can find us.
If you'd like to connect with Malcolm, it's HowToBBQRight on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and of course YouTube. If you'd like to connect with me, it's Miss Southern Shell on Instagram and TikTok.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us here today at HowToBBQRight, and we will be back next week to do it all again. Y'all be sure to go to the community on Facebook, check out the contest we got going. Just might win something. We gone.